but I'll try and get my time to look as quick as I can. And there we're off.
It is time. Alright, so obviously we'll be seeing what's in the throne room first from Tristal's side.
So we've got a key, we've got some gold, and more gold! And no spells, so they will have to use the key on the way out.
So this is probably the most interesting kind of start, other than the really complex ones where you're really stuck, but just an average point where they have a lot of gold and they're not very strong, so the idea of finding a town early is always paramount in their minds.
There was a cave that I noticed in the bottom of Tristal's screen, so whether or not he goes back to that is... maybe he didn't see it. So that should give him a level, Tristal.
So yeah, it looks like Drakies are fightable, and that means both players can get off to a smooth start. Tristal's already learned Stop Spell. I haven't seen anything have any spell abilities. It doesn't look like that's going to be useful soon.
Digshake definitely saw the cave. It looks like he's headed towards it. Tristal is opting for the fighting on the desert right beside the castle.
I don't blame Tristal for focusing on enemies, but neither player has tried to enter the cave yet. It could be the Stones or Shrine Cave, and it could actually be a visible free treasure chest. We'll see.
Digshake does get a level. And learn Stop Spell, so he is going for the cave, which is something dark. And he doesn't shimmy around to find out what it is, so it's a mystery for now.
Digshake's got a shot here to kill this ghost. No, it had 7 HP, and he did 6.
Meanwhile, Tristal gets to level 3.
Still holding on to all his gold, but no way to heal yet. A suicide will probably be near in his future unless he finds a lucky town.
Which he most likely won't, seeing as he is opting for the grinding. And Digshake has found our first Armored Knight with Hurtmore. Fun times.
That'll be a good thing later. It's not a good thing anytime soon. Tristal fully focused on this grind in Zone 0. He's very close to reaching level 4.
My assumption is perhaps because of no way of healing, but all of the money he has, maybe he's just thinking that if he can just get as many levels as he can before dying, that might help. And then he might explore, but we'll have to see. Yeah, they do have Stop Spell, so that could be good against the Armored Knight.
This Drakey sets him up for level 4. Another 7 power and HP magnification, which again, he won't see until he suicides. Digshake starting to explore, and he's found a metal slime. This metal slime will not run from him, I'm pretty sure. And in 2 attacks, we haven't seen any ability from it, so barring extremely bad luck... Oh, it has been extremely bad luck so far. Still no hit. What a difference this could make if he nails it. There's 1 hit. It's done 2 or 3 damage every time, so he's in the danger zone now. And with 2 damage, he's going to be finished off by this metal slime, unfortunately.
What a shame.
I expect him to come right back to that area. What a difference that's going to make if he can kill one. And the fact that he knows where they are and Tristal doesn't, that could really make a huge difference.
It definitely is painful, though, to have that happen to you, to lose to a metal slime early on in the game. I've definitely had that happen to me before, and ouch. But yes, that he knows where it is, that could be a bit of an advantage for him, for sure.
And he can be pretty confident at that point that they don't have Fire Breath. He has Stop Spell in case he saw a spell, but he didn't see a spell either, so it's a pretty safe fight, and I don't remember exactly where they were, but I'm surprised he's not going straight back there. Maybe he is, though. Digshake now at level 3.
Tristal still hanging on to all of his gold.
Wow. A town is found by Digshake, but he's going to lose another half his gold to a red dragon. This is a weird situation because Digshake has found 2 very valuable things, and yet he's behind in both gold and experience. So he might not be able to get anything out of it at this point. I mean, if he finds another metal slime and kills it, that's still huge.
Yeah, Tristal's still definitely holding on. He actually has been at 6 health for a little while. He's, you know, one-hit killing a lot of the enemies now, so that is definitely working in his favor.
I am a little surprised he's sticking to grinding when it's such an inch race to the next level. It's sort of lucky for him that Digshake is getting shut down, but it is definitely working for him right now. Digshake heading straight back to that town. Will he encounter another? Yes, he does. What a rough start. Meanwhile, Tristal reaches level 5, a huge power increase. Wow. Huge defense. Big HP, huge MP.
And there's his healing.
Wow, not a single death. That is a remarkable start for Tristal. And
Probably.
He's feeling very comfortable right now.
Yeah, it's probably about what he was hoping for. And he did notice that cave earlier on, and now he's going to go check it out. I don't believe he has any way of lighting it up.
Okay, it's Swamp South, it looks like.
Swamp South, yes. And looks like he's taking an adventure to see what's on the other side. If he is able to get to the back of Gardenham or the Tantagel, that will be very huge for him.
Digshake stopped by another huge monster.
And after all of that, Tristal has discovered that the Drakima has Dragon Lord Breath. Thank you, WMD. I will fix that right away. And indeed, I will try out the new Twitch mobile dashboard.
So
How
it's worth noting at this point that Digshake isn't that far behind in experience. I mean, it seems like a lot after those small battles, but he's not actually that far behind. The problem, though, is that he can't just buy a weapon. He's run out of most of his gold from all those ambushes from the big monsters. And the town is Hawksness after all that. So he really can't use that anytime soon. Tristal continuing to build. I think he's still in the swamp cave, just encountering a horde of enemies. He gets away from a Wraith Knight.
And Tristal has found his way into the back of Gardenham, so he won't be able to buy keys necessarily, but there are 3 chests that can open to him, and seeing as he has money, he will be able to possibly buy something from the weapon shop, and if the weapon shop happens to be too pricey for him, he will have a go at the, you know, other shop. And he found a magic key.
He's really happy right now.
He's exceedingly happy.
I can't blame him at all. This is a really fantastic start for him. He must feel totally comfortable about his position. I mean, you can't really have a better opening than this out of this position.
So he's stocking up on the herbs and the torches, and we're going to watch him don the dragon scale. Time for some modesty. And the keys will definitely open up the rest of it.
Doesn't need to use a key here. Can't really afford anything, so he'll buy the leather armor and be on his way.
There was a copper sword as well.
Oh, right.
Which he did buy, so there we have that.
And that will make a difference. Not a big one, but he's still at a point where he can use that to great advantage on a variety of small, medium enemies. Things like metal scorpions, warlocks, wolves, that kind of thing. Meanwhile, another cave nearby, so he can jump right in there and see what's up. He has torches now.
And it's another dark cave. Looks like it'll be either Mountain Cave or the Tablet Cave.
It's Mountain, and he's going to do it in the dark, it looks like. Oh, it's Tablet.
Oh, it is the Tablet Cave.
He was just moving in the direction as if it were the Mountain Cave, but we didn't have sound on, so we couldn't tell.
Can't hear the bonks.
I mean, the way this is going, I half expect this to be Erdrick's sword in this chest. Like, oh, Fighter's Ring, very nice.
Fighter's Ring, nice too.
Another valuable, nice touch. Everywhere Tristal goes, everything is going right for him so far.
Digshake is opting for more exploration and has found 2 caves.
The Twin Caves. Now, Tristal opting to explore from where he is. He does know, in quotation marks, he does know that he's at the bottom of the map, and that's probably a good enough marker for him to get started. This knight is going to finish him off. And it looks like Drolls have Dragon Lord breath. I think I saw that right.
He has not opened the Tantagel treasury yet. I assume he was just going to be exploring until something made him go back home, so now will be the time for him to do that. He will have enough money for 2 keys, it looks like.
Exactly 2 keys, and he'll expect to get a gold chest and buy the rest of his keys after, for sure. So that worked out perfectly for him. Meanwhile, the medium to big enemy still being a jerk to Digshake, just stymieing him from everything, pretty much.
So Tristal checks the basement of the Tantangel first, and it is the Stones of Sunlight Cave. Not random enough, guys. What? And then he does find the Stones of Sunlight.
I think that was the same as my race 2 days ago. I think it was the Stones Cave in there with the Stones of Sunlight. Well, stuff happens. I always remind people of when I had the 2 consecutive races with Erdrick's sword and the Erdrick sword chest.
Yes. So he finds an herb, he finds some gold, now he's pleased, and a torch.
So he can already set up a gold grind as soon as he finds one of the 2 5-chest caves.
And he's, of course, able to replenish his keys all the way.
How did he get another key? He had 1 key. He opened that door, bought 2 keys, opened the treasury, and had 1 key left. 1 key left, that's what.
Yes.
It was a safety key. I was thinking of it the wrong way.
Yeah, and having 2 keys, when he bought the keys from the castle, he knew that he could exit right off the map and walk up into the treasury rather than take the time to make the long walk around the castle. So smart move on his part.
I thought I missed a key somewhere, but I was just being silly.
Digshake still feeling the wrath of the Magiwyvern.
A frustrating start, and still, after all that, he's still only about 70 or 80 experience behind. Again, if he were to snap off a metal slime, just like that, the race would even out pretty much.
Tristal also finding a little bit of that wrath himself, being sent back home.
If I were in Tristal's position here, I would definitely pick up a patch of gold from the treasury. In case, like, even going to buy something like chainmail from a nearby town, if he happens to find one on his travels, would be pretty valuable. But he's just focused on getting exploration done as quickly as possible. He does find Hawksness right away.
And of course he knows he has no business there, so he leaves. Tristal has also found the beautiful bridge to the 1 tile. That is obviously where the token will be, except it never is. It's always the dream.
Well, it's 1 tile in a field of, tens of thousands.
The odds are against me, but it will happen one day.
And even Warlocks are not majorly fightable right now because of Hurt More. Of course, you can use Stop Spell, but it'll still take some time to get through. So yeah, now we're seeing the same thing happen to Tristal. There are a lot of dangerous enemies all around. It's been really difficult to explore in certain areas. I was really surprised Digshake didn't try to hunt another Metal Slime when he was too weak to have them run from him. That would have been a major kill.
Now the only major downside would be for Digshake that if he does find a town that he can actually purchase things at, he won't have the gold for it, unfortunately. So possibly if he could backdoor into Gardonham, that could get him a key at least, which could get him started on some things. But
he could also discover in the dark that that cave is the Swamp Cave and do the same thing Tristal did. That would really open it up. Running away from the Droll with the Dragon Lord Breath. Both players in exploration mode. Making good progress, but again, it's the big stuff they can't get past without Hurt More or a better weapon.
both being put to sleep by different enemies at the moment, that could obviously be a little bit frustrating. Can't make it very far in the seat so far, it seems. But there aren't very many friendly enemies to grind on. Anything that you normally would be grinding on around these levels seems to be either non-existent or fire-breathing.
Digshake finally making some more progress now against the weaker enemies. You can tell he doesn't really want to stick around, but the closer he gets to the next level, the more he'll want to finish it off. And again, an Armored Knight stopping his path.
Looks like he is 31 experience away from the next level, so he will chip away at it if he still continues to fight the enemies on the outside of the castle, and Tristal discovers the Twin Caves.
I'm not exactly sure why, but he exited that one right away, perhaps just to see if the other one wasn't dark, possibly.
I think he decided that both of them were the Grave and the Mountain Cave. Or rather, he decided the first one was the Grave or the Mountain Cave, and wanted to see what the next by one was, just in case it was the other Shrine or the Jerk Cave.
Oh, because he's been through both swamps and the tablet, that makes
Yes.
sense.
That would be my assumption.
And he finds them both together.
So he could set up a gold grind here if he does wish to, or he might opt for exploring both of them first and then making a gold grind. Either way.
He is very happy to see that Wraith Knight casting Sleep so heavily after using Stop Spell. An enormous defense boost. He's just getting stronger and stronger and progressing so smoothly. Every turn, Digshake finds a Magiwyvern or an Armored Knight that just shuts him down. It's hard for him to get anywhere right now. The map is being very cruel.
I believe Tristal just found 2 cursed belts in a row. Did you happen to see the first chest on the first floor?
No.
Okay, because I was actually looking at Digshake at the time, so hopefully we didn't miss anything too important. But we really couldn't have, seeing as he just found 2 cursed belts. I mean, that's essentially the game winner there, right? No, not really. First chest was an herb, thank you. are the red dragons.
He's so surprised he got that run first try.
On our screen, we can see his web camera with his reactions to everything, and he was incredibly surprised to run from that red dragon. No surprise that he is surprised, of course.
Well done, future Tristal.
Opting for a heal more so he can be safe against the Wraith Knight.
He's now out of magic, just trying to get that last chest. And he might not get there because of this sleep. He might have to come back. Got one more shot.
If he gets a run, he does have herbs he can use, or one herb he can use.
Another red dragon, so he's expecting to be shut down here. And the red dragon has Dragon Lord Breath. That's going to mean business for the end of the seed if red dragons are in Sharlock.
The real Dragon Lord has shown his true colors. Now, there is a good chance he might decide to do a gold grind here just because he is set up for it, and that would definitely help him with getting through the caves.
Werewolves have Dragon Lord Breath. That's 4 that I've seen so far.
And it looks like this is what he is here to do. So again, I believe there are 2 herbs and a torch in this chest. Yes, he's stocking up on the herbs now. And then gold will be in the final chest. He really likes those bamboo poles. And here we're seeing the gold grind.
So after all this, Digshake advancing to level 5, he is still just 1 level behind. And this level is going to help him out a great deal. There's the big power boost. It's going to open up his fighting possibilities.
Pretty much everything in that level was a big boost, so that's got to be a little bit of a relief for him. And I believe Digshake did see these 2 caves before, but I don't believe he walked around in them. As far as I know, he still does not have a torch.
Unfortunately, the Droll Magi stops him this time.
Tristal opting for the safety save. I definitely do not blame him in that, so we can be safe.
He didn't even get enough for a silver shield. I'm assuming either he just expects to get enough extra gold on the way, or he's just going to get something like magic armor and have enough gold left over afterwards or something. But I don't know for sure. He's probably seen what's in Garenham. I'm just not sure why he chose the total 13.9. I mean, maybe he forgot that the shield is 14.8 or something. I don't know. Either way, let's see what's in Garenham. We'll figure it out.
There is no silver shield. That's why.
Oh, it's flame sword and full plate. That's what it is.
So he has a flame sword.
And large shield.
He has a full plate, and yes, I will be assuming he's picking up the large shield, so let me hover over that right there. Well equipped.
Digshake walking past the caves. I really feel like that's a good opportunity to go in the dark. Neither of them are the tablet cave. That one might be difficult for some people, but... This is one of those seeds where a situation has come up where it's kind of important to be able to navigate caves in the dark. So Tristal probably has a lot more grinding options now.
Also, we have just learned that the Demon Knight also has Dragon Lord Breath. We are up to 5 enemies.
That's a lot.
3 of them starting with the letter D. And in theory, if the red dragon counts as a D, that's 4.
What about the Dwerewolf?
I think that does not count. So we're seeing a little bit of courage and wit over here. Tristal now being level 7.
And he has hurt more. Just every single thing going his way.
And again, as we keep saying, that really opens up the game. You no longer have to fear a lot of the enemies that are a whole lot stronger than you. Many of them you can take out in one hit, and a lot of the other ones that you can't take out in one hit by this point in the game, usually you will have the health to take them on, assuming they don't have the Dragon Lord breath.
Digshake choosing to grind locally to level 6. He's 50 experience away now.
Tristal now going back to Hawksness with the Heal More and the Hurt More. There's a very good chance he will be able to take on whatever it is.
I like this from Digshake at this point. He only needs 3 Scorpions to get to the next level, and there are Scorpions in the zone. He does seem to be finding them with good frequency. Unfortunately, he keeps stepping out of the zone. In this case, he's finding Goldmen across the line.
So we have a red dragon in Hawksness, which takes him out in one hit with the Dragon Lord breath. You can't use the... well, you can try the Hermore on the red dragon, but it's not very likely it will hit, so that might be a project for later.
So this Wraith Knight will put Tristal up to level 8, and he's in total exploration mode now. Interestingly enough, I don't think he's been through Garen's grave yet, and I'm not even sure if he's headed back there yet. I think he might just be looking around.
Though I believe he is nearby in the area, so if he does see it again, he might go pop in. Or he might not. He might find another town just on the edge.
Breckenary.
It's Breckenary.
So he's just checking to see if it has a silver shield.
Which it does.
So I guess that's the other idea behind exploration before going into the grave. He wants to see if a gold grind, if there's any point to it. And now there is. There's Breckenary with a silver shield.
There is always the chance that the silver shield might not be available in the game, so it wasn't a bad move on his part to think about that. It looks like that was his plan.
I think Digshake is still crossing the zone here. I'm not really sure why he's walking so far away. And now he's choosing to walk even further. I really wonder, I didn't see exactly where those metal slimes were, but if he were to walk back there and have another shot at one of those, that could be something.
No, I just realized I never did tick off the Stones of Sunlight when Tristal picked them up.
So Tristal ready to navigate the grave, get the majority of the chests out of the way, suicide and gold grind for his silver shield.
So that is enough chests that he is able to go get the gold grind started again if he does wish.
He will probably come back in the grave for those 2 chests later, especially since he doesn't have the Staff of Rain. There's a decent chance it's down there. He's running out of chests on the overworld. Actually, I think there are only 2 left in the Shrine Cave and Remolder.
So mathematically speaking, it would make sense for it to be in the grave.
Yeah, it's 1 location out of 3, and half the time the Staff of Rain is going to be in there. There's also the possibility of finding the token, although that's pretty remote at this point. So it just makes sense. He'll probably head back there soon.
Hasn't been cancelled out yet, but we haven't seen Cole and we haven't seen Catelyn, and we probably will not see what's underneath the Hawksness Red Dragon for a little while, so hold on to your hats.
Yeah, you know, if the armor is in Hawksness, that will make for a really interesting development seed. It's hard, like if the Dragon Lord breathes fire 75% of the time, it's kind of hard to get through him without armor. Like, I almost hope the armor is there just to see how the players handle it. Now this Wraith for Digshake would be really valuable. It would get him to level 6. Unfortunately, the Wraith has sleep and he's just given up on it.
He's really trying to favor the exploration. Unfortunately, armored knights live in every corner.
Oh, he's found another metal slime, and it looks like it ran away. It was hard to see because of lag, but it looks like it ran away right away.
So Tristal comes back down to what I believe is the Gardenham and the tablet cave, which I think was beside it.
Yeah, I think so.
So now his map connects.
Oh, he walked there.
I believe he did walk there. I actually was looking at Digshake for a little bit, but either way, he's back down there again. Looks like he is remembering that he had explored that other way already.
Still lots of great enemies for him to fight. He can handle armored knights. I don't know if he's really seen any, even though they seem to be everywhere, but he's gaining good experience from what he is finding.
And he finds Sherlock hiding out behind Gardenham. Always nice to have a town right beside there, especially it's a bonus if you can buy herbs and torches.
Wyverns have stop spell. Digshake's got a shot at a wyvern here. This would be really valuable.
Yes, with stop spell and I believe hurt more, that's quite good, and that should give him to level 6. Courage and wit.
And there's a huge defense boost. Going to help him a lot. It's also going to help him run from things. And another red dragon out of nowhere. Yeah, so just imagine if Erdrick's armor is in Hawksness and there's another red dragon guarding the Dragon Lord. I mean, there's all sorts of possibilities with these crazy enemies. What if there are Dragon Lords on every, or red dragons on every floor in Sharlock? A lot of ways for difficulties to arise in this seed.
Bonus points, the red dragon will also be guarding Gwaelin.
Yeah, and the token is like 80 and 80 across the map or something. Maybe he did buy a silver shield. Did he grind after going into Garinham? Or, the grave, rather?
I do remember him doing a grind now that I think about it, but
Yeah, but I don't remember him shopping.
Sorry about that. I'm sure he did, though.
Yeah, it only makes sense.
That only does make sense. Digshake goes to find Breckenary. He will be able to purchase some things with the money he has, assuming there is something he can buy. Looks like a club will most likely be what I assume he will take. But he purchases nothing. I forgot to say the Tristal is level 9, but there he is. And I will keep my eye on Digshake for the Dragon Scale. I believe it is the next level where Hermore will come into play, so...
And he's really close to that now. There's plenty he can kill to get there too. I know he's found droll magies he can kill. He killed a wyvern, he could get another one of those.
And he is being trapped by the lady on the bridge. Or rather, on the bridge by the lady, but... Troll NPCs, why do you do this to us? And Tristal has found another cave. It's either the jerk or this guy.
This guy is less of a jerk.
He will give him something for free. And he gives him the Staff of Rain. How random!
Wow, the stones in the stones cave, the staff in the staff cave.
Not waving my mouse on top of the window to make that pop up. Digshake is about 40-ish experience away from the next level, it looks like. And he has found the bottom of the swamp cave, so if he can get through this, he will be very happy.
Good options so far. He's inching closer and closer to Hurtmore.
That, and of course, as we can remember that he will get a key from this. Assuming he can get through, of course. But he's very close. And he's found Gatternham.
As long as he doesn't accidentally walk up, he's fine.
So as I do remember, there was, I believe, some money and a key and probably an herb or something. Oh, it was wings.
Nobody ever remembers the wings. Rarely are the wings of much value or importance in this. Don't use the key, Digshake, please. Okay. No, don't do it, Digshake.
Digshake, leave the town. He is thankfully remembering that he does not need to use the key to exit, though he seems to be opting to walk back down to the other side of the swamp cave.
I guess he's just intent on getting what's in Tentagel right away.
That would make sense. If he doesn't have very much money, he probably would know that he couldn't buy too much from the store, and he probably wants to save his money for that. Looks like he's opting for a fast return home.
He could be trying to kill this, but unfortunately got him in 2 hits.
Meanwhile, in his exploration, Tristal had made it to level 10. He can very comfortably hurt more the Armored Knight now, despite the fact that Armored Knight will have the exact same idea for him.
And it is the same idea. 2 hurt mores for the kill.
So as long as he can land both of his, he is alright.
Digshake is getting a gold grind underway, and he knows where to buy a few things. I think he's seen Breckenary and knows there's a silver shield there, so that is pretty much everything.
More battles for Tristal. Yeah, I didn't quite catch how much money Digshake did have.
Wow. He set up a gold grind with a suicide in the swamp cave out of Garinham. I just realized that. That's why he ran out of his keys.
Well, that's very smart, actually.
Yeah, he can always get another key from Garinham, so it's not the end of the world.
I didn't realize you could do it that way, but I suppose if they all connect and you never get to the overworld, that does make sense. Very good move on his part.
I still haven't 100% confirmed my theory about entering caves from certain places, but because in the actual game, Garinham is an actual entrance to an actual cave, I think that's the reason this worked.
And he did do a safety save. We have to assume that it will be down to the Breckenray, so he can buy the silver shield and whatever other goodies he found there. How much money he has is... Oh, he's definitely buying something else. Possibly the flame sword?
That's something I've never seen before, a gold grind out of the swamp cave. That's really cool. I always tell people I'm always seeing new things every seed. I saw something new in my last race, and it just goes on and on. There's so much to see in this game. So getting back to Breckenary very quickly for that silver shield. And he's got a couple other options. If he wants a little extra protection before he goes and buys something else. And he will opt for the half plate.
And I assume he will also pick up the broadsword. That would only make sense in his position.
Yeah,
and that will help him a lot.
Yeah, there's no reason not to buy a broadsword. It's, you know, very close in power to the flame sword. There's not too much of a difference.
And definitely coming from, you know, punching things with your own fists to a sword. Good upgrade there.
Oh, he still hasn't reached the Hurtmore level either. If he survives this battle, he'll get there. Will this be enough? Yes, it will, and he'll be very pleased with the result.
So this will help him quite a bit. Obviously, Tristal is quite the experienced lead, but this will definitely, again, as we say, open up the game.
Yeah, Tristal's lead translates to about a full level in the end game, and the difference between them could stay similar for a long time now, so we can basically say Tristal is ahead a level. Digshake will narrow the gap in levels, but perhaps not the gap in experience. It just remains to be seen.
Though they also are on different stat builds, there is always a chance that later on in the game the curve could change and that the strength HP build in theory could not matter as much, but based on what I'm seeing so far, they don't need to worry about it too much. Their health, I mean, which is usually one of the key points when you have to consider the end game. Looks like Tristal is brave and heading back to Hawksness.
And so rapidly, Digshake gets another level already. There are just so many great grind options now that both players have Hurtmore.
Yeah, as I was just talking about the not having to worry about your health, obviously that is not going to be an issue for Tristal in this seed.
He's being brave and trying the red dragon now. Again, my concern, which it looks like is very valid here, is that the Dragon Lord is breathing fire 75% of the time. And he's already giving up and running.
Though lucky enough for him, he was able to run away right at the beginning of his running away portion. Words are hard. So at this point, we can only assume he definitely wants to wait a little bit longer before going back to there. There are still a couple places where they can find the armor potentially, and of course they have to find the totem as well. So we have to find at least Cole or Canlin, and we assume maybe both of them.
I think Digshake is still out of keys. I think that's the reason he came straight to the Mountain Cave without finishing the grave. So hoping to find an additional key in here.
That would make sense, yes.
Trying to decide between heal more and hurt more. I think he makes the right choice here. It doesn't have a spectacular success rate against Wraith Knights, but it is more than half. And heal mooring wouldn't have really accomplished much in that spot.
And at the decision between using all your MP for something, he figured he had the herbs so he could heal himself up through those. Whereas if he had just used the heal more, he probably still would have taken more damage anyway. So now Digshake is in Cursed Beltland. And he did find the red dragon yet again, so...
Blocked from the last chest, so again he's gonna have some extra searching to do. I believe he still doesn't have the Staff of Rain, so he's gonna be curious to take a look around.
Tristal does gain another level. Waiting for the old man to finish up his shopping.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I saw this large a quantity of red dragons, and they have Dragon Lord Breath too on top of that. Now Digshake is one hit away from this metal slime, and he gets an excellent move. A bit of redemption. It would have been a lot more valuable earlier on, but it's really nice to see here. He gets level 9 out of it. And yet another red dragon.
Now he is at the point where he can survive one hit of fire. Unfortunately, when they breathe once, they will start to breathe it again, so still difficult for the dealing with them.
Armored Knight's now a much more manageable opponent with this level of HP. And Digshake definitely eager to double hurt more this guy. Heal more is first for safety. I really can't blame him, and he does have lots of MP right now. Oh no, it had heal more!
Oh wow, that might be a new thing that we haven't seen yet.
So fortunately, well, not fortunately, never mind. But yeah, he'll double hurt more here for sure, and it does land, no problem. He's above 1300. has actually narrowed the gap a bit too. I guess Tristal is trying to fight this red dragon. I'm not really sure. But it seems like they're just breathing fire every single time. I mean, obviously, it's 75% for them.
And I believe Digshake now thinks it is the time to find out what is in Hawksness. He will be displeased when he does come across the red dragon, but I don't blame him for trying in this position when you heal more and hurt more. It's a good time to check out Hawksness.
Tristal just spent a lot of time trying to escape from that one red dragon, and then when he tries to run, he runs first try.
So as it is no surprise, he does find the red dragon, and there is some Dragon Lord breath to be had.
Amazing, with relatively early hurt more and a lot of exploration from both players. We still haven't seen Cole or Cantlin. This could be one of them right here.
And that has to be the Jerk Cave beside it as well. This could also be a Remolder, but it is Cantlin. Tristal should have some keys, so he will be able to find the coordinates, I could assume.
Remolder also has a chest, so we can't rule out the possibility the token is in there. It still could be important.
Or still the sword.
Right. Tristal heal mooring a panel early. Digshake reaches level 10.
"64 south and 55 east are the coordinates. Be a little bit of a walk based on what I remember from the map. Might be a little bit windy, but I do feel like that is something Tristal might try and do on his own.
Yeah, I haven't seen exactly how wide open the map is. I was watching exploration, but I think they were going south and west first. So I'm not really sure what's over to the southeast. But yeah, it's always interesting to see who tries to walk and who will save the princess. This is a great distance, 119 steps. They might just feel like it's a really good idea to safely get the princess.
So it looks like Tristal's still going to explore a little bit more before trying to find what is in the mystery spot. I assume he's going to be on the lookout for Cole, because that's going to be another high priority spot.
So Digshake gets the fighter's ring.
And he puts it on.
It's a two-step process, folks.
Digshake saves about 20 seconds there by entering the tablet cave when he is outside.
Yeah, if someone wants to go get Gwaelin for the compass, we will find out if there's a red dragon guarding them.
And
Is this the ultimate red dragon seed? We shall find out. There certainly are a lot of them on the overworld and in Hawksness.
we are aware that both players do know where the swamp cave is, so finding Gwaelin herself might not be too difficult.
Yeah, it's almost a shame that you can't grind on that enemy. Once you defeat it once, it's gone. But it also makes perfect sense. They can't have the enemy respawn and then you have to like fight it again after you save the princess.
So
unless you have outside.
Tristal has found the last two towns, the first one being Remolder. He is definitely going to be checking what's in the chest because he knows he still has a few things to find. Mainly the sword and the token.
I think this runs him out of keys, but of course he can buy more. With the gold he found.
And then, of course, we know that will be Cole right behind Remolder, so he will be able to find out what is there. If he does find the armor or the token, he'll know that one of the spots will have the fairy flute that he hasn't been to yet, which we can decide what to do after that. I have to assume no matter what is in Cole, he probably will go for the coordinates next, just because the red dragon in Hawksness is a little bit unimaginable to kill at the moment.
Technically, it is still out of range because the red dragon is just breathing fire every single turn.
But I think he'll be very relieved if whatever he finds in Cole is not the fairy flute. And he discovers the token. Obviously, he would have been hoping to find the armor there because that would have been able to help him to kill the red dragon a lot easier with the Dragon Lord breath being cut down.
That's the thing, once he finds the armor, even without the sword, potentially, grinding on red dragons becomes a possibility. He probably wouldn't do it without the sword because it would take too many attacks, too much spell, too much magic. But that's something to think about later when he has the sword and armor.
Though also at this point, if he does find the armor, he will be...
I think that's Caitlin. Caitlin was right there.
Yes, they were right nearby, and as was the Jerk Cave, so he will be making a rainbow drop. And I assume he might check out the coordinates at this point. He knows that he doesn't have to deal with the red dragon in Hawksness if the coordinates are what he's looking for, but... I am assuming he is opting to save the princess.
So the good news is, out of this, we get to find out what's guarding the princess. Everyone wants to know if it's a red dragon. We get to find out.
He is indeed going down there, and we have found a
red
red
dragon!
dragon! Yay! Let's have fun, you guys. Digshake's finally going down to the basement in Tentagel, where he will get the Stones of Sunlight from the Stones of Sunlight Cave.
This is a really weird fighting attempt. Even if Tristal like if the red dragon just attacks, you see what happens. Oh, actually, wow, that's so lucky. I was gonna say the attack would bring him down to within Dragon Lord breath range, but it actually didn't. And now he's got a shot. In his position, I think he's gonna drain all his heal mores and then attack. And he might be one attack away. I think he's gonna get this red dragon. That's a really lucky break.
He really is hoping that the red dragon will attack instead of breathing fire. He is sticking to his plan.
And he's still out of range. He's still safe. And he kills it.
So very lucky break for Tristal there, and he will save his girlfriend.
I mean, when I said everything was going his way, I wasn't messing around.
I'm so happy. He doesn't have the MP, but he might still have wings, and if he doesn't, he might remember that you can get them in the chest over here, but I believe I saw them in his menu. No, maybe I did not, but the old man is busy. And I don't believe you can buy wings here, but oh, he is buying some herbs.
No wings in Greenham. Now that I really think about it, you can only buy wings in Cole and Cantlin, no other town.
Though now that I think about this, this is Randomizer. You probably could buy them here, potentially.
No, item shops aren't randomized.
Oh, they aren't?
No.
Okay.
Which I actually think is a really good thing. I like knowing which items are in each shop.
It's true. What if there were a game where you couldn't buy herbs?
See, I worried about that early on when I started. Like, I didn't know item shops weren't randomized. And I actually worried about that. Worried about not being able to get a dragon scale or torches. Like, that would be really rough.
So that would
Couldn't
make
get
things
torches.
interesting.
Perhaps. I mean, nowadays I would probably just, you know, if that were a possibility, I would probably just memorize all the caves.
That is what it would come down to, I suppose.
Yeah, I certainly don't have the tablet cave memorized yet. I feel like I could get through it somehow, but... Anyway, we've reached the 1 hour mark. I haven't seen how close Tristal is in strength. Doesn't have Erdrick's sword yet. I'm expecting it to be in Sharlock now.
Though I don't believe he did ever explore the bottom of the grave, did he?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So we're finding out here. I believe I just saw the wings. It wasn't a key item in Digshake's grave exploration.
This would actually be an enormous help. Like, if Digshake, it would be like one of the luckiest shots in the world, but if that sword is in Garen's grave, he could take a lead by going to grind red dragons, especially if the armor is in Hawksness. Like, that could be huge. It's a very remote possibility, but it's something.
Or even if the game decided to be the ultimate troll experience and have nothing in Hawksness, and it happened to be the token in here. Oh, but it's not. Never mind. We had found the token. Don't pay attention to me. But yes, it could be the sword. And that would be very helpful. And I believe if the sword is not here, we confirm it's in Sherlock.
What's he doing? Oh, it was lag.
So, that lagged, and I do not know what he has. Though, he didn't look overjoyed in the web camera, so I'm going to assume it wasn't the sword. He didn't look overjoyed. But the game did fail on that. The stream.
Digshake up to level 11 now. Again, as I predicted, he's narrowed the level gap to 1, but he still has a bit of a ways to go in experience. Yeah, it really doesn't look like he has the sword with the damage he's doing.
No, I don't believe so. Anyway, as everyone did notice that Tristal had found the armor he is now exploring in Sherlock, I suppose he figures the odds are the sword will be in here, and definitely with that being the last thing for him to get, it's not a bad idea to go make the dive for it.
I think I saw 93 defense power for Tristal. That's absolutely enormous. Once he's strong enough to fight the Dragon Lord, it looks like he'll have no difficulties.
Mm-hmm. And actually, this will give him the next level, I believe, so we'll see what sort of attack power that will give for him.
It'll be interesting to see if Tristal decides to grind on red dragons after he gets the sword. I'm not sure if it'll be worth it or not. It's kind of a tough call, but if there's a place to heal near Hawksness, and I think there is, then that might tip the scales. The dragon scales.
I see what you did there. So I did forget to click for the Tristal level, but indeed he is 13 now. You can definitely get a lot of experience in Sherlock just going around if you don't want to save all your MP, so... But I assume he'll want to save a fair amount of it so he can be safe for getting down to the sword. He might also go check to see what the mini-boss is down there, seeing as the red dragons aren't that appealing to grind on if you're not very strong and they have the Dragon Lord breath. But if he finds something that he can hurt more, or something that he can just kill with the sword, that could be enough to get him the very last of what he needs for getting his last few levels. So I believe Digshake is about to find... I believe that's the cave with the Staff of Rain in it, if I remember properly.
Good call.
Yes, it is. I remembered it was way off. So now he will have that.
Hey, he doesn't have it yet.
I apologize. Now he has the Staff of Rain. He has ditched one of his torches.
If he'd pressed B, would have said that was given up the Staff of Rain and he would have had to walk out and re-enter.
It's true, those would have been shenanigans.
Oh, the drama.
Tristal is almost down to the Sherlock treasure chamber. Treasure chamber? Is that proper?
That is proper. I don't think anyone calls it that, but it's totally proper. I think that's what they call it in Talisman.
That is what they do call it in Talisman, though there is no Sherlock there. It's just the dungeon.
Right.
Anyway, Tristal is definitely hoping to find the sword over here.
I've still ever only seen 2 races where the sword was in the sword chest.
Dragonlord's rich.
Wow, a lot of gold down here.
And there is the sword.
He stops for the other chest. I'm not sure why. Maybe just curiosity. He's just feeling so comfortable. Everything's been going so well.
Possibly wanting to restock a nerb or something.
Yeah, that's one of the crazy possibilities in a randomizer. It's so random that the thing could end up in the original place where the thing was in the original game. Crazy.
Yeah, we saw the Staff of Rain in the Staff of Rain place. We saw the Stones of Sunlight in the Stones of Sunlight place in Tantangel.
The Stones of Sunlight place.
Yes. Anyway, it definitely does look like Tristal wants to go see what the mini-boss is. I think in his situation, what would I hope for? I'm always keen on the Axe Knight. But I seem to remember them having sleep. So that might be a little bit less good in this situation. Digshake does make it to level 12. And Tristal makes it to level 14. Lots of defense and lots of health.
Wow, he's got 124 already. MP is the lacking stat, only 9 heal mores so far, so he won't be ready yet.
But we're definitely getting close to the realm of the possibility. Strength is a little low, MP is a little low, but other than that, definitely happy with the health, and the defense is, well, he is in good standing.
Still waiting to see if there's a red dragon guarding the Dragon Lord. He's on his way. Again, with that high agility, everything is going to be runnable. So he runs from that Armored Knight to get closer without depleting his MP first. I think he wants to reserve the option to cast Outside in return.
And it's an Armored Knight.
He's not thrilled.
I do seem to remember that there was a town close to Sherlock. I don't remember which one at the moment, but I do remember commenting on how you could heal right next to it. So Outside is definitely appealing, which he does. So where he's going to choose for his final grind spot, I suppose we shall see.
There's absolutely no chance he's considering refilling and fighting the Dragon Lord here. But he could be refilling and maybe hoping to grind down with full MP. Although full MP is only 9 heal mores right now, so that's not a likely option.
Yeah, you'd be hoping for a very large strength boost for the next level if that were the case, and you know, that's just not something you can entirely rely on. If you're waiting for one stat that's not MP, you can possibly try that, but if you're waiting for the MP, you generally have to come outside and heal anyway when you get your level.
So yeah, both players getting a heap of HP and agility early on. There's absolutely no, like, it doesn't matter which build you take for this seed.
125 attack is generally what people seem to consider the minimum, but as it is being said, it also does depend. Like, if you have a boatload of MP, that could skew your decision a little bit.
I've gone at 124 many times, but 9 heal mores just is not enough. That's what it comes down to, the two stats together. Basically making all the other stats irrelevant. Like, it could also matter how much HP you have and how much defense you have, but in this case it just doesn't. 124 attack with 9 heal mores, you would need, basically you'd need something crazy like over 200 HP to be successful, and a lot of defense. Yes, 88 MP is 11 heal mores. It still can be BT. If you have really high agility, then the more HP you have, the more of a difference it makes, especially if you happen to be on one of those rare seeds where you have super high HP and super low strength. You can do really amazing things. If the Dragon Lord doesn't deal much physical damage to you, you can kill him when you have really low attack power, and it would be a really long battle, but it would still be shorter than building another level. That kind of situation. Again, it's really unlikely. It almost never happened. But it is possible.
Digshake was trying to kill a red dragon, but the fire had gotten the best of them again because, well, that's what the Dragon Lord breath will do when you do not have the armor. He's not too many kills away from the next level. Meanwhile, I believe Tristal's about 600 or 700 experience away from the next, which is not too many kills in Sherlock either. Tristal is opting to grind in the desert in the bottom of Sherlock. However, that actually works out logistically. I'm not sure how they have desert down there, but we won't question that too much.
Nothing wrong with grinding down here. It looks like it's working out pretty well. And he's fighting the Armored Knight now because it'll actually finish off the level. So he's just going to beat it in a hurry. He knows he has to heal if he's ready to go. So no problem burning off some magic.
Let's see what this brings us.
But look at this. He has saved 9 heal mores just in case he were to get into range. But okay. What is he doing? What? I am so confused. He's not strong enough for this. Did I, like, it was a power increase of 2.
Well, I believe the Tristal is going to go fight the Dragon Lord.
I can't believe he's trying this. HP 129. I mean, that makes it possible, but it seems like a risk here. I don't know. I gotta look at the odds again. Heal mores. Yeah, I'm not crazy about it from here, but he's definitely got a chance. He's a little worried about it. 30, that's 30, oh sorry. Yeah, just 30 damage. I don't see this working, but it does give him a shot at the Miracle Hurtmore victory, which is a pretty rare opportunity. Oh, there's a low attack. 48. 54. $63. Yeah, 5 heal mores left.
As a side note, Digshake did just kill the Red Dragon in Hawksness to find the Fairy Flute. That has to be a little bit disappointing, unfortunately, but that is Randomizer.
Tristal still not in range for a single Hurtmore. This is so clearly a battle he can't win right now. I'm really surprised he went to fight it. He might have figured with his high HP and high defense that he had a better shot.
He is now trying the Hurtmores.
And he has to try another Hurtmore here, but he's still out of range. And it hits!
But it's not enough.
Oh, he's still alive! He could try another one! But he attacks and he
wins!
The craziest victory ever!
Of course he doesn't know that he didn't need that, but that's amazing!
That is unreal! That is a level early victory! At minimum, I mean, it could have taken more than a single level to get ready. That is insane! He was so far away!
And
wow.
With that, Tristal will wait for his lady to come jump in his arms and then travel off into the distance.
Unbelievable. That was really something to behold. I hope you all enjoyed that, because that does not happen every day.
What a finish indeed.
It wasn't even enough, and he got another attack, and the attack was enough. That's just hilarious. And he's just overjoyed right now.
Yeah. One hour, 19 minutes, 18 seconds.
That is crazy.
Oh my god.
Crystal, you maniac!
Hello.
I can't believe you even went to fight him. That was insane. You get the
Oh.
swaggest kill in history.
I mean, I'm shaking. I can't stop laughing. It's like, that was insane. I thought I needed a really, really good fight. Yeah, YOLO strats.
That was very entertaining for everyone to watch, I assure you.
Oh, yes.
I'm glad. That's good.
So, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, so I guess, like, how did I really need to be taking anywhere near that much of a risk? Because I have no concept of where Digshake is.
You really did not need to.
Oh.
But it was very
alright.
entertaining.
Fair enough. It wasn't so much like, I was not sure if I could kill it or not. I was pretty sure I couldn't, but I was hoping that getting level 15 on the way was going to give me quite a bit more power than it did. I guess I was just kind of taking that chance and hoping that my agility and high HP were going to carry it. But with only 126 attack power, I guess not.
Yeah, I thought it would be closer in all fairness. I thought you would get more double attacks, but it just wasn't happening.
Yeah,
can't
I
blame-
mean, how can I complain, right?
Yeah, I can't blame you for your optimism, again, given the decent HP and very high agility.
Right.
Man, so as for the rest of the seed, you sure looked comfortable. I'm kind of glad you had webcam on because it was nice to see how comfortable you were. Everything just went right for you, step after step after step. Your grind was perfect with no deaths at the beginning. You got heal more early. You found a lot of great locations. Keys came quickly. It was just a perfect storm for you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I had a few too many exploration deaths early on, like when I was trying to find Cole and Cantlin. There were a lot of fun police that stopped me eventually, but I mean, yeah, I guess it all worked out.
Yeah, obviously it was like that for Digshake as well, a lot of exploration deaths, and he tried to explore before you, and that's where you started to jump out to a lead in the beginning.
Yeah, the other thing that I got really lucky on was finding the sword in Charlock, because I had skipped, I think, 3 chests between Mountain Cave and Garen's Grave, and they would have taken a long time to get if the sword weren't in Charlock.
Yeah, I believe by the time you were looking for those, we were already aware that it had to have been in there, but of course, from your perspective, you wouldn't have known that.
Right, yeah, the first foray into Mountain Cave, I died before the very last chest, and then in Garen's Grave, I barely even made it out of beyond the locked door. I'm not even sure if I did make it beyond the locked door. And after that, I kind of just chose not to go for it, which may have actually been the wrong decision, honestly, because I didn't have Staff of Rain at that point. So, I mean, actually, I thought it might have been kind of questionable, but I decided, hey, you know what? It's a race. Let's take a risk and see what we can do.
And it happened to work out for you, so in the end, turns out to be a good decision, even though, you know, at the time, it's more of a gamble.
Right. Yeah, normally I have no shortage of things to say during a race or after a race, but I'm still pretty speechless at what just happened.
Oh yeah, for sure. With that finish, I would not blame you.
That's going to be a major highlight for everyone to watch again.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, not just hitting the Hurtmore, but surviving the turn after I hit the Hurtmore. I'm sure my face on the webcam was just like all lit up, and I don't even think I was guaranteed on the attack after either.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think I had hit like a 150 something with the Hurtmore, so it still easily could have killed me, and what an enormous heartbreak that might have been.
Yeah, I had you at 145. I think the attack put you up to 154, a really low Dragon Lord HP.
Wow. Yeah. I'll take it.
Oh, man.
Let's see. I don't have too many other comments on how the seed went. I also got lucky that Hawksness didn't have the armor or the token, because that was going to be a huge problem to get.
Yeah, those red dragons with the Dragon Lord breath, that's really
Yeah.
something.
I mean, I
That fight you had
tried
against-
to kill the one in Hawksness, but it really, really was not cooperating. It definitely has 75% Dragon Breath.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then finding the dragon mini boss before the princess was just like, really? And but I got lucky again there. I got an excellent move, and that shaved off. That probably made it possible to even kill it, because otherwise I was heal mooring every turn.
Yeah, it would have been very questionable otherwise.
Yeah, definitely.
I was sort of hoping that the armor would be in Hawksness, because it would have been a new situation for us to see, that you couldn't get the armor until you beat something with Dragon Lord Breath. Wouldn't that have been insane?
Yeah, I mean, it's eventually, because the HP was going to be okay eventually on that. Because at 15 I ended up with 129, so like that's not, you need a little bit more to maybe get the double Dragon Breaths to be okay, but it would be possible, and leveling past 15 wouldn't have been the end of the world if that had to happen too, because only 126 attack power, only 10 heal mores. That's not normally where I like to try and kill Dragon Lord.
Well, you had 9 heal mores, so you can see how unlikely your victory would have been.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's it's never gonna get any luckier than that for me, I don't think.
I think that was your second heal more too, or hurt more too, right?
Yeah, I missed the first one. But I had exactly enough to do one more. My thought process on that is usually, I mean, I knew way early on in that fight that I was going to need to use a hurt more, but I typically think to myself, I want to get it at least into like 90 damage so that it can kill if I hit with it anyway. And if I don't even get that far, then I know I have a lot more work to do.
Right.
Still crazy.
Wow. Yeah, I'm still letting that battle sink in. I never expected to see anything like that in a tournament race. That was wild.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was really just kind of a big mistake even trying to fight it at that point. So I got bailed out by luck. Oh, hey, Digshake found a metal slime. I never found metal slimes. Oh, nice, he even got it.
He's killed 2 today. And there's a third one which just ran from him. Well, I'm sure more have ran from him, but I know he killed 1 earlier on, and then just 1 now.
He was behind about 80 experience when he found his first, and 80 experience was a big thing back then. But unfortunately, he didn't land any attacks, and the metal slime just whittled him down in HP and killed him. It was kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, that's always
like
discouraging when the metal slime, especially if it doesn't have like sleep or dragon breath or hurt or something. If it just plain attacks you for 3 damage at a time and kills you.
Yeah. Yet another chance at 1 here.
Okay, so the Digshake is HP then.
Yes.
I had to do some name math there.
Yeah, obviously this is another one of those seeds where your name choice doesn't matter between the two.
Yeah, because our HP and our agility were both sky high, so yeah, you're right, it kind of didn't matter.
Yeah, it's always sort of a little bit of a relief when that happens, just if you know you're playing against somebody with a different build, but...
Yeah, that's definitely true. I had thought about if I wanted to do HP or agility before the race, but I just wanted to go with whatever I was comfortable with.
Yeah, it's what you know, and it seems to work well for you.
Well, I mean, 50% of the time, right?
So I believe Cole is next to Remolder, yes, so he's about to find the token. And I know he was in Canlan, so he will know the location of the armor. So right away, did you decide that you were going to save Gwaelin? When you found the coordinates?
I mean, that's another thing I kind of do when I'm playing, is I tend to waffle a little bit and go, like, take the middle decision path instead of one on either end of the extremes, because honestly what I think I should have done is tried to kill the red dragon in Hawksness, because saving the princess and then going to get whatever overworld item it was, if it were the fairy flute, that's such an enormous time waste.
But on the other hand, another thing that seemed to just work out for you today, just because that's, you know, where the items happen to fall.
Yeah, really, really lucky. I can't stress that enough.
I'm sort of imagining if Digshake were a more regular player and he were like, you know, in the top 10 or whatever on SRL, he would probably be thinking to himself after this race, like, you know, he's probably going to have to go 2 levels higher than you did, and he's going to be wondering to himself, how the heck is it even possible that Tristal finished so fast?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But fortunately, he'll be able to take a look if he wants.
Looks like he's just about to make the rainbow drop.
Although I'll say level 15 stats aren't actually that far off. I mean, obviously I didn't have the 10th heal more, but, you know, with a good fight, it can work. It's obviously not a high percentage, maybe like, you know, 25, 30%, but, you know, it's possible.
Yeah, I'd say possible, as long as you get the good rolls for it.
Yeah, I mean, my DL1 fight was flawless, basically. He didn't ambush me in DL2, so I actually had an okay fight.
Man, I'm looking at the math of level 15, and it's one of those levels that would make me cringe and really struggle over whether or not I'd be willing to take the risk. I mean, it really is close. But in the end, I think I would try it.
Yeah, I mean, at basically what I had was almost level 14 stats. I was, because I've had it be a problem in the past. I think the race I lost last week, I could have, in theory, gone a level earlier. And because I didn't, I lost. Yeah. So, I mean, I've noticed that in even just like the casual races, I'll be the highest level of everybody that finished. And I think I kind of need to work on that a bit, get a better handle on how Dragon Lord's stats all balance out.
Oh, really? Because I remember a lot of races where you finished a level before me, and I remember even one you were asking me, like you finished and you were watching me, and you're like, why are you still building? What do you need another level for?
Yeah, well, I think I know, like, my comfortable level. I think when you started out, honestly, you were even more conservative than me with that. But yeah, now, as I'm, you know, we've watched tons of these tournament races and just casual races too. I'm getting a better bead on what the actual acceptable range is. And I know you've adjusted for sure, and I think I still need to work on it.
Always so much to think about. Every time I get in the mid 120s, I really look at the numbers and I sort of struggle, and sometimes I stop moving and just start thinking about it. Like, am I really gonna go at this ridiculous low point?
Yeah, honestly, I think with 10 heal mores, like, I wouldn't have even thought about it. I thought it would be a lot closer with 9, and obviously it wasn't, but even with 126 attack power, like, you know, with the defense being so astronomically high, you can get a lot of 30 HP attacks, and that's a lot of double turns. So that 10 heal mores suddenly kind of turns into 15, 16 attacks sometimes.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's just interesting to look at, you know, how yours went and how far away you were from it by contrast, and, you know, to worry about that type of situation.
Yeah. On the other hand, with 126 attack power, 15, 16 attacks still isn't really enough. So, again, I still got to work on it. Yeah, I guess the one other thing that did work out pretty nicely for me, and you did mention it, was finding all the towns and caves and all that, and especially the Staff of Rain cave, because that thing was in the middle of absolutely nowhere in a corner of the map, and I was thrilled to find that.
Yeah, going through the swamp cave was a major decision that helped out. I think you got a key from Gorinham from that, and that really ignited things. Everything just went right. Everything just went smoothly.
Yeah, that's true. I had a huge fist pump moment when I backdoored Gorinham just like I wanted and got the magic key. That was definitely awesome. Oh, he's like 10 paces away from where he needs to be. Yeah, because it's like in front of Charlock.
Yeah, he is. Digshake is searching for the token and did count it out on his own, but oh dear, he looks like he is opting to save Gwaelin after a failed count.
I don't blame him. I mean, obviously I made that choice too. I knew as soon as I saw the the coordinates. I was like, there's no way that's happening. There's too many red dragons on the way that can be a problem. Yeah,
Though,
I knew, roughly where it would be. I figured it would either be by Garenham or Charlock, because I had already mapped out that area of the world at that point, but still, it was kind of like, yeah, I don't think this is going to work out.
though unfortunately now we do need to see him go find the red dragon.
Oh, yeah, he gets that bad news, too.
So I guess we can see how it goes.
Red dragons everywhere. A red dragon in Charlock wouldn't have mattered, but we were all sort of musing over the possibility. But yeah, if the armor had been in Hawksness, it could have been a whole different story. Might have had to grind a lot extra just to get it without the help of an excellent move.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, if I weren't able to save the princess there, I think I mean, what do I even do? Like, yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I can see that like 1 to 2 second pause as soon as the red dragon pops up on Digshake's screen, and I know exactly how he's feeling. He's like, "Oh my god, here too? Really?"
Unfortunately, the dragon does breathe fire on him, though, when he only has about 58 health.
I think he might be forfeiting here, that wouldn't surprise me.
I did, in fact, forfeit.
Oh dear. Well,
Digshake, I have to apologize, sir. There may or may not have been a YOLO hurt more involved here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew probably about 5-10 minutes in that there was no way in hell I was going to win this race, so it doesn't really matter what you did.
Man, was it really that bad for you at the start?
Yeah, well, I mean, I only have myself to blame. I'm very stubborn, so
Did you try to backdoor the swamp cave right away?
No, I don't do caves in the dark, so I didn't touch any caves at all.
Okay.
And as soon as I saw that swamp cave popped you out of the hole and gave you a free key, I was like, well, that's game over. And so it was I knew you probably went through there, and it's like, there's no comeback. So yeah, I didn't even find, Caitlin or the other place still a few minutes ago, like crazy late in the game, and I had almost everything except for the sword, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were tucked away in like the corner of the map, basically, so I definitely had some trouble. I found it before you did, of course, but it wasn't until pretty late.
Yeah, it seemed like stat-wise, the seed was actually pretty good. It was just getting around was the problem. So,
yeah, NESCard, I don't know if you have the program that can tell what level it would really be accurate to go at. I went at 15 and absolutely should not have.
yeah.
I don't know if
look this up.
16 would have been enough.
16 wouldn't have changed much. 2 attack power and 1 HP, so not much at all there.
How much more MP?
Not enough.
Okay, not enough for another one.
Oh no, it would have given 11. Never mind. So I guess that would have been a more assured level, pretty much. I think it looks like 17 was another small one. 16 would have been the place to go if you didn't want 15.
I absolutely would have gone at 16, seeing the stats there, especially with the agility. I mean, 110 defense is pretty insane.
And if you go to 17, you get an extra 15 HP, so obviously even without anything else, it's totally assured there.
Yeah, I mean, although really anything above like 140 HP becomes redundant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely throwing HP at us this round.
Yeah, I went agility and I still had tons of HP, so I can't complain. Although you still had tons of agility going your route as well. So
I did, although it didn't come until like 5 or 6 when I got the big bump in it, and I think that's actually about the time that I started being able to move around and actually run away from things instead of just dying over and over again. So yeah, I I don't know. I misplayed it, but I still had fun.
Right on.
Thanks to Game Boy, right, for putting on this tournament, and thanks for Sparkover for the host and commentary.
Thank you for racing, and I've especially enjoyed watching your progress and your recent success in a couple of big races.
Yeah, thanks. I definitely plan to keep racing in the regular races when I have time
Awesome.
to do so.
Right on. It's always fun watching someone improve really rapidly. You're I think the fourth player who I noticed really picked up the game super fast. And after this tournament, there are going to be some changes, and so there'll be some new things to adapt to. I think everyone's going to have a lot of fun with that.
Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah.
If I could take a quick second to plug, I've got a Zelda 2 randomizer tournament running right now, so I'm probably going to take some time and work on that for a while, but hopefully you guys will come out and watch some races with us.
Right on.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for putting this on, and good luck, Tristal, in the next round.
Thank you. I mean, I might have used up all my good luck here, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Have a
I
good
guess
night.
I could actually peek forward and see who Tristal is playing, if that's a thing that we know yet.
I think there's
It
one
is.
more round before Zarnax. Yeah, McGrew and then Zarnax. If you beat McGrew,
Yes,
then
Yeah.
you face Zarnax after.
Tristal will be playing McGrew in the next round, and the winner of that will go on to face Arnax.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. If my good luck streak can continue, nobody can stop me. So again, thank you both for restreaming and commentating. It's great to get this stuff out there.
Thank you for providing us with easily one of the most epic moments of the entire tournament.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'll go to my dashboard and highlight that shortly. No way I
Can't
can
wait to
skip
go
on
back
that.
and listen to myself scream over it.
Yeah, watch the chat go completely nuts at it. Okay,
Thanks.
cool. Thanks, guys.
Yep, have a great night.
Yeah, good
Yep,
night.
and good luck on your races coming up as well.
Thank you very much.
Rando is.
So I suppose that is it for the night. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Of course, thanks to the racers for racing. Thanks to NESCardinality for being my partner in the commentating.
That's me.
That's you. So yes, we had a lovely night here. I believe, if I could peek at the schedule very quickly, I know there are a few races tomorrow. What is tomorrow?
Tomorrow
is Monday. I will not be able to see the races tomorrow, unfortunately. But I know there are a couple. Let me see. We have on October 3rd. Tomorrow is the 3rd, yes? Tomorrow is the 3rd. We have Ouija Wee and Unos playing against each other. We have Breasticle and Mr. Holmes. And I believe that is everything we have for tomorrow. Alright, anyone streaming another seed tonight? I do not know.
I could. I always want to stream another seed after watching a race.
It's true, NESCardinality does tend to like the playing of the seeds.
And it's still super early.
Super early, it's 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock!
It's my bedtime! Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and I know my next race is going to be on Tuesday. Other than that, I will see everybody sometime later. So thank you for joining us, and have a lovely night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.